Hello everyone, and welcome to my Journal With Me video for December. This month's color theme is mint. I originally planned to do brown, as brown fits winter and the holiday season pretty well, and I would be able to have the usual warm and cozy Christmas vibes that I'd normally do for December. But I decided to finish strong and went out of my comfort zone and challenged myself to do something more colorful and out of the ordinary this time. We're starting off the monthly spread with this picture of a clock. I loved the little details of the clock having the hour hand on the 12, and I thought it suits December as it's the last month and we're sorta running out of time in the year, so to speak. I thought it was a very cute little metaphor, I guess. I can't believe it's already December. Like, it feels like just yesterday was the beginning of summer. I was so excited for the warm weather and all the plans I had, and I don't know where it all went. It's so crazy how quickly the year just flew by, but also went at a snail's pace at the same time. Time is strange like that, I guess. Moving on. For the rest of the spread, I did a mini calendar, and I just did a small section for the reminders because I only have a few appointments this month. There's not a lot going on, so I didn't need to use a lot of space. So I was able to use the rest of the space for this really pretty grid pattern mood board style that I brought back from September's monthly page. Week 1 is again the first and only week to feature Suzuki ID, as again it was tough to find pictures of her wearing mint. At the time I printed these out, she hadn't yet shared the promo images for her 26-27 live in mid-October, which ended up having a lot of shots of her wearing this like minty green dress. But it's okay, I made do with the one and only image I could find at the time. After sticking the pictures down and figuring out what I wanted to do for the to-do list section, I decided to try something a little different than usual and drew out the daily titles. I would have drawn them out directly on the page, but since Sharpies go straight through my pages in this journal and I don't love the look of ghosting, I tried my best to avoid it. It's been a long time since I drew bubble letters, so I was a little rusty, but here's some footage of me drawing them out for those that enjoy that kind of thing. As you can see, I started at Monday and finished it Friday, knowing there were only 5 days in the first week of December, but it didn't even occur to me that that makes no sense, because the days of the week don't end on a Friday. Like, where's Saturday and Sunday? I don't know how that didn't click for me. Even when I was doing the calendar, I wrote out the days and could clearly see the week starts on a Wednesday, but even then it just didn't click. It wasn't until I was filling in my to-do list from the lists off my phone later that evening that I realized. And now I not only have to fix the days, which would have been fine because that's an easy fix, but I also have to cover up the to-do list because Mondays and Tuesdays were already written on November's final page. So the lists don't even match the days they should. So I have a lot of fixing to do when I get the chance. I know some people would just say screw it and leave it as it is, but I just can't do that. I'll fix it at some point. I only had 3 or so washi tapes I could use for this, but it was nice to have at least something for decoration. The large washi has swans on it, and it's quite pretty, but definitely not what I associate with December. It felt pretty weird to be using a spring-like decoration for a monthly spread in December. Week 2 ended up being a darker sort of mint, maybe a little closer to turquoise at this point. I was happy to get the opportunity to make use of these weird circular pattern things that I got in the summer as part of an absolutely massive plastic box of old scrapbooking materials and decorations and supplies and all that kind of stuff from a neighbor. There was so much stuff I didn't know what to do with myself. I'm so excited to find creative ways to make use of a lot of it next year. I've barely made a dent in it so far. Aside from these monthly journaling videos, I really haven't done a lot of journaling or creative crafts and stuff this year. I mean, I did do some things, mostly for the 52-week activity challenge series that I'm doing, but aside from a few of those, I really haven't had any opportunities to just get creative with stuff. I really haven't sat down and done it, so that's definitely on the to-dos for next year. Week 3 was really different from what I've been doing the last few months. I decided to make use of this pretty pattern and create a more visually interesting layout. I really love the perfectly sized pictures in this one. The way they line up so nicely just feels so satisfying to look at. And the color palette in this spread is so pretty and soft. I used the rest of the pattern from week 3 to create a space for a to-do list and a mini calendar, which I made out of the rejected calendar I made earlier for the first week and didn't like, so I kind of tossed it aside. I was tempted to write out the days of the week directly on the page, and I was so close to just going for it. Ghosting be damned, but then I thought I'd just write them out on another paper and place them on the page that way until I had an even cuter idea. I remembered how much I liked the little flag look that I've done here and there throughout the year, and I decided to bring it back one more time this year. I'm really happy with that decision, as I think it turned out really cute and definitely looks a lot more aesthetically pleasing than just writing out the days of the week and just kind of slapping them on there. For the final week of the year, I brought back the layout of having the days of the week on one page and a collage of sorts on the other, which I tend to avoid, but I really felt inspired and I love the outcome. I included a little arrow on the side here to sort of direct me to 2022, though at this point I don't really know if I'm going to be continuing with my Bujo or not, because a lot of the same issues I had last year with my Bujo and a lot of the things I talked about in my December video last year. Or maybe it was my flip through video for 2020. And also in the January video for this year, I talked about giving my Bujo one more year to see if I enjoy using it. I don't really know if I do. So I feel like I'm kind of full circle. I'm back to the start in a sort of way. So we'll see. And here's the final reveal of the year. I love the spreads this month, but my favorite spreads are the monthly page, week 1, week 3, and week 5. Now that the last month has been uploaded, I'll be finishing the year off with a journal flip through video like I did last year. I've changed a few things in some of the spreads, so even if you've watched all these videos until now, or if you've just binged the entire playlist, it might be worth checking out the flip through. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at the end of the month with my final Bujo related video of the year.